Welcome everyone to our second quarter Agent Advantage webinar. We are so excited to have you joining us again. But just a quick reminder that this webinar will be recorded and we will be sending out an email later this week with the recording and a PDF of the presentation for your use in the future. If you have any questions throughout the presentation, please put those in the chat or the Q&A and we will answer those at the end. Again, thank you for joining us for this webinar. So let's get started. Today, we are going to talk about gathering and utilizing testimonials. But first, we're going to start with why gathering testimonials is so important. As agents, gathering testimonials can be super important for your business. It allows you proof of reliability, improve your online reputation, and create an emotional connection with the reader. Think about it this way. When you're looking for a new restaurant, service, or even a product, what's the first thing you check? Probably reviews. So that instinct is exactly why testimonials are a secret weapon in our industry. So we're going to go over 5 reasons why gathering testimonials can be important to your business. Insurance is built on trust. Can we go back one slide, Jackie? Thank you so much. Testimonials are proof that others have placed their trust in you and have had a positive outcome. It's a deeply personal and often emotional decision. Testimonials from real clients help humanize you as the agent and provide social proof that you are trustworthy, reliable, and responsive. When someone's buying insurance, they're often dealing with the uncertainty and fear. People are naturally skeptical, especially when it comes to financial products. Testimonials from real people who have gone through the same thing provide reassurance and help eliminate doubt to others. It helps break down that barrier and make potential clients feel safer reaching out to you. It's like having a past client sitting next to a new one saying, "You're making the right decision. This person can help you through this just like they helped me." These stories show the real-world value of working with the agent, more compelling than just listing your services. A good testimonial can show how an agent helped a family get the right coverage, make the process easier, and was there with them during the claim process. In today's digital world, people Google everything. Testimonials on Google, Facebook, or even your website help with search engine optimization and make the agent look reputable to people browsing online. A strong testimonial can be used across your website, social media, emails, brochures, even in conversations. One great quote from a client can be turned into a video, a Facebook post, or a section on your landing page. It's content that sells without selling. Let's face it, insurance products can sound similar. What sets you apart is you. Client stories and good reviews can be a key way to stand out. Testimonials highlight your personal service, your follow-up, your ability to explain policies clearly, and your support during claims. That's the difference competitors can't replicate. And now I'm going to pass it on, and you guys are going to talk about how to ask for a testimonial.
So now let's talk about how to get those testimonials. Nothing builds trust faster than hearing from someone who already has been helped by you. But how do we get those testimonials without feeling awkward? Okay, so today I'm going to go through 5 different steps on how to get those testimonials. So let's go to the first one. Perfect. So the first step is to be direct but grateful. And you just need to thank them. Thank them for choosing you, for the time that they spent with you. And that's the first step. And also you have to be very direct on why you are asking for that for that testimony. And you can say something like, "Hi, thank you for gaining the trust of me to help you with your insurance needs. I'm reaching out because I'm working to build my business and help more families like yours. A quick testimonial from you about your experience would mean a lot, and it helps others to feel comfortable working with me too." You don't need to overthink it. Be kind, clear, and confident. People actually like to give feedback when they know it's appreciated and when they understand why you are asking for the testimonial. And the second step is to ask in the right time. And I will say this is one of the most important steps, because timing is everything when it comes to ask for these testimonials. When you ask your client, you have to make sure the client is feeling the impact that you have done. So some important moments where you can ask for these testimonials is right after the policy issue, because they feel the accomplishment. After you help them with a claim, because they can feel that you help in that moment, that you are helpful for them. And lastly, after you answer all their questions, after you feel that you have a good interaction with them. So maybe that could be after following up with them or after answering a couple questions. In these moments, people are already feeling grateful and I already feeling that connection with you. So that's the right moment when you have to ask for those testimonials. And then explain the purpose. I already went over this one a little bit in the first one, but this is very important. Let them know what the testimonial will do. A lot of clients don't realize how powerful their words can be. So explain it. Also tell them where you're going to use this testimonial. If that is on social media, on your website, or in other marketing materials, you have to let them know where you're going to use it. So you can say something like, your words can help others feel comfortable working with me too, especially when they are making important decisions about their future. And our last step, not our last one, we have two more, but offer guidance. Most people don't know where to start. And this is very important as well, because maybe you ask them, can you give me a testimonial? Can I record you? And they're like, I don't know what to say. I don't know where to start. So you can ask them a couple questions to guide them on what to say. So a few questions, you can give them 2, 3 questions, even one. You can ask something like, what made you choose me and Security National Life? How do you feel about the process? Why you will recommend me to your friends and family? And these are very simple questions that you can ask them. And maybe they are not going to reply to your question directly. But this is, again, this is a guide for you, a guide for them to get that testimonial. And now the last one, give them options. One of the best ways to get the testimonials is to remove all barriers and problems. So make it easy for them. If some people, they like to record videos, maybe other people don't feel very comfortable about recording themselves and you having the video. So give them options. It can be just a quick text. It can be over email. It can be a voice note, or it can be a video. They can include a picture or not. They can include a selfie with you or not, but give them those options. Don't just ask them for the testimonial over video or over an audio note. You can help them in the moment as well. If you feel like that's the right moment to record it with them or to take the notes with them, do it in that moment. That could help them as well to feel more comfortable. And here I'm just showing you some pictures of one of our great agents. She was our top producer last year. And one of the tools that she used a lot is testimonials. So these are some of the testimonials that she gathers. She takes pictures with the people, with the families. Sometimes she does videos. So she tries everything. But the most important part is that she's not afraid to ask for those testimonials.
Thank you, Camille. Now I'm going to talk about actually using those testimonials. So congratulations, you actually got one. Now it's time for you to determine how to utilize that to reach new customers. There are a couple things that we want to keep in mind. So first of all, remember to share the testimonials. It's really easy to get a testimonial and then just kind of hold on to it, thinking that you'll find a good use for it someday. But testimonials are only as useful as you actually using them. So make sure that you have a plan to use that content that you capture. Don't be afraid to reuse that content. You want to get the most out of every testimonial. So you can use that same testimonial on social, on an outreach piece, on your website. It is perfectly okay for that to appear in more than one place. And then, of course, you want to save these testimonials so you can use them again later. So make sure to store them in a safe place where you know where you can find them in the future. A testimonial doesn't go bad, so you can use them again years from now because it's still true that that policy helped someone. And it is much easier to use them again if they are stored in some sort of centrally located place instead of you having to, dig up some mail piece that you think it might have appeared on at one point. Next, let's talk about the different ways that you can utilize reviews. Be creative in how you guys are going to use these testimonials. These stories can be used on materials that you create and also just shared directly in conversations with your clients. So social media obviously is a really great place. You're going to see that we use a lot of testimonials on our social media. And social media is a great for you to kind of get those testimonials out to a wider, audience. If you have a website as an agent, it's great to take some of those testimonials and then just put them directly on that site where a potential client can kind of review them at their own leisure. You can also take short testimonials and include those on marketing pieces. So whether that is an ad that you put out or a flyer that you're giving away at events, it's a great way to use those testimonials to reach new clients and kind of build up that trust. And then again, like I mentioned, testimonials don't just have to be on printed things. If you're in a phone call with a client, maybe you're trying to set up that first appointment and you can tell they're kind of hesitant to meet, sharing a testimonial from another client that you recently helped can be a really good way to help them kind of move past that hesitation. And of course, you can share in the actual sales presentation as well. So if you feel that they need a little bit more trust building before they're ready to close, a testimonial can be a great way to build that trust, as Maddie kind of mentioned earlier. Okay, so let's talk about editing the best parts of your testimonial. You are going to want to edit those testimonials down. No one wants to read like a 5-paragraph essay about somebody else's experience. Instead, just use short sections that will appeal to most potential clients. And also maybe remove things like filler words or extra information to help you get to your message faster. But you can also use multiple sections from the same testimonial to create more than one kind of excerpt that you can use. So we're going to take a look at this example here. The testimonial is, "It all started when my brother died 2 years ago. We had to plan his funeral since he wasn't married, and he never really had much money, so we had to fundraise to get enough to bury him, which took so long that we had to postpone the funeral. Anyway, it made me think about what my kids would do if I died. So I decided I should get insurance so they would be protected from financial trouble. And in the end, it made me feel better knowing that my kids would have one less thing to worry about." It's a great testimonial, but you can see there's some extra information in there that maybe your other clients don't need to get the message. So you can see on the other side of the screen, we've shortened this into 2 testimonials. So the first one is just, "When my brother died 2 years ago, we had to fundraise to get enough money to bury him. It made me think about what my kids would do when I died. I decided to get insurance so they would be protected from financial trouble." Kind of get to your message faster. And then again, we can pull a second one from that same person's comment, which is, it made me feel better knowing that my kids would have one less thing to worry about. So let's talk about some things to take into consideration when you are kind of selecting those testimonial snippets. You want to look for quotes that talk about common pain points that drive your clients to purchase. So things like financial worry, caring for a loved one, peace of mind, things that you're going to use in your own sales process. But now you're having your clients say those things and kind of reinforce that message. So if you see those in a testimonial, they're really good things to pull out. Also, think about quotes that show how easy the process was and quotes from beneficiaries that may have benefited from a policy like the person is going to purchase. These are great ways to show how easy the process is and the benefits that a potential client could see. One thing to remember is that testimonials are a way to extend your sales messaging and to get those clients to make a purchase. So it's kind of reinforcing the message that you want to get across to them. One other thing to note is that taking sections from a larger quote, correcting misspellings, or removing filler words, perfectly okay. But you do want to make sure that you stay true to that client's message. Don't change what they said or edit it in a way that's misleading. You're looking to build trust both with your current clients and with future ones, and misrepresenting things does not help that. Let's talk about attribution. So you'll actually want to talk to your clients about attribution when you're gathering those testimonials. So make sure you have permission from your client to post their testimonial. Make sure that they're aware you're going to use it publicly, that you may use their name and information. And while it's not necessarily required, you may also want to have them sign like an agreement saying they're comfortable with their testimonial being used that way. That way you've just got an extra level of agreement that they know what's going on. Another thing to think about is how you're going to list them on that testimonial. So ask your clients what they're comfortable with and how they want to be listed. If that is having their full name, great, but maybe it's just a first name and last initial, or maybe no attribution at all. Having a name with the testimonial does make it more trustworthy, and it can be especially impactful with people that might know that client in person. But if the person is uncomfortable with that, or only wants to use the shortened version of their name, that's okay. Even a quote without an attribution can still make a big impact when someone hears it. Here are a couple of examples of ways that SNL uses testimonials. Now, obviously, we have a slightly different audience because we are mostly talking to you guys, our agents, but a lot of the concepts are still the same. So we use testimonials in video format, on images, in our captions on social media. We also produce longer documents that kind of highlight specific things that we want to tell people about. So you can kind of take those same ideas and use them in your own kind of testimonial and marketing creation. And finally, Security National, we love posting testimonials just like you do. As an agent out there in the field, you guys are actually our best source for client testimonials. So if you have a good testimonial that you'd like to share, reach a wider audience than just your own personal social media, you can email that to us at snlsocialmedia@securitynational.com. Also, if you are part of our social ambassador program, you can earn 15 points per testimonial. So that includes your testimonial, a client's testimonial, a beneficiary testimonial. If you're one of our pre-need agents, a funeral home testimonial, we would love to get those from you guys and also give you a bunch of points for them. If you're not already a social ambassador, we encourage you to sign up for that program. You can scan the QR code that's on the screen at the moment, or visit securitynationallife.com/social-media-ambassador to register. It's a great program that helps, reward you guys for growing your business and posting on social media. So we're excited to do that. And now we're going to open it up for questions. So if there's something that you guys are curious about from what we've talked about, let us know. It may not have let you chat until just a second ago, so feel free to use the chat or the Q&A feature. Either one will give you guys just a couple seconds to enter any questions that you have. Yes, I definitely can show that again. Let me pull that up on the screen. Should be at the bottom of that screen now. And with me having pulled that up, I cannot see the questions quite as well. So Maddie and Camille, if you guys will watch that chat for the next little bit.
Yeah, will do. Mark Rivera said, not a question, but just want to say great presentation. Very helpful. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it. Marvin said he got the QR code, which is awesome.
Okay. Excited to have you join, Marvin. We'll give y'all just a couple more seconds. I always want to make sure if someone has a long thing to type that they have time to type it. But
And we are recording the presentation, and we will put the recording along with a PDF of the presentation in an email later this week to you, so you have it for future reference. If you need to look back, show your friends, show your agents, or just have it in your back pocket for, yeah, good questions to ask clients. Thank you, Nina.
Is there anything else in the chat, Maddie?
Nope, Nina said thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Nina. Well, I think we will go ahead and wrap it up. We will, like Maddie said, send a follow-up email. If you have additional questions, feel free to reach out to us at the marketing team. We're always excited to talk to you guys. And with that, we'll go. But thank you so much for joining us today. And I hope you'll have a wonderful day.
Bye, guys.